We haven't talked about this. We haven't had a chance to talk about this, and I'm curious as to your take. So last week on this show, Matt was talking about playing with the Broncos and playing against former Florida linebacker Jarvis Moss, and had some things to say. And now, Matt McChesney, you've been called out by former Florida defensive lineman Stephen Harris. He says, "Yo, 6-0 Academy, 0-60." Yeah, yo. He said, first of all, yeah, interesting start. First of all, as an undrafted player, let me say I understand what you're trying to say about the chip on the shoulder Siler Sanders should have.
He's reeling me in being nice. Reeling me in. That's very good tactics. I'll give him that.
Exactly. And then he says, I get all of that, but watch your mouth talking about my brother, Mo Swag 94. I think he's talking about Jarvis Moss. And make sure you answer your inbox. He sent you a message, you chump. Put some respect on his name. My brother say he don't know you and didn't know you existed on the Denver roster. Matt, before you respond to this, I'm gonna go ahead and show the actual clip of you and what you said about his former teammate at Florida. Take a listen.
I don't know how many first-round draft picks I went against.
It was
total chumps.
Hey, good job, Bailey.
I mean, guys like Jarvis Moss, who was just one of the worst football players I've ever been around in my life. Terrible first-rounder defensive end from Florida. Fucking so you can miss me with all this.
I also said Vernon Goldsman was terrible. All right, take that off. Here's my response. You don't really know undrafted backup guards. I had no desire to be friendly. Marcus Thomas knows who I am. Ask Trapp if we know each other, or Kenny Peterson. The thing is, like, when I was at practice going against guys or whatever, you had to be on the field in order to, like, go against each other and know each other. And just Jarvis wasn't there a lot. Like, he wasn't really in the rotation. So as a first-round draft pick to the Denver Broncos, you know, but the internet's available to everyone. So I used him as an example, and apparently I've offended everyone, and I don't care. I don't give a shit if I offend you, bro. Like, I don't know any of you guys. You don't know me. I appreciate the fact that you're defending your guy, but much better college player than pro. I was a much better college player than a pro. Stephen Harris was a much better college player than a pro. Marcus Thomas was a much better college player than a pro. It's okay. Most guys are much better college players than pros. So if you don't, I wouldn't expect them to know who I am. It's not like we've ever said anything to each other other than maybe "fuck you" on the field 3 or 4 times. But you know, look, he was a first rounder and I was undrafted, so I guess that means something. And see, there's the point. That doesn't mean shit.
Right.
I'm sorry, but if you want me to just respect because of the draft position of someone, then do something with your draft position. Because I take a lot of pride, and I would say this to Harris and anybody else. As an undrafted guy who has my full pension, like my full retirement pension, which we call a vest, as a first rounder, you would hope you would get yours. Jarvis only played 5 years. I played 6. I'm not trying to throw stones. They came at me. I came at them. It was more of a broad, you know, trying to show. Maybe I was a little harsh and horrible. Maybe horrible is the wrong word. So I'm not apologizing. Nope, not doing it.
Well,
so look, nobody's in my inboxes and shit. There hasn't been anything other than this. So thanks for listening and watching, and we appreciate the follow. And you don't have to like me to be on this platform. And to be honest with you, I don't know y'all, and you don't know me. And you're in Florida, and I'm in Denver, and the chances of us ever seeing each other are about this much. So, a fucking Florida chomp, baby, do your thing.
Let me go ahead and show the video, because there's a video that Stephen Harris attached to this of him. I'll show it. Take a listen.
Hey, this is a message to Matt McChesney, whatever the hell Your name is, boy.
You got my name right. That's
when
nice.
you talk about Jarvis Moss, my brother, I don't give a damn if you're online or whatever you're doing. Make sure you put some respect on his name, man. For sure that. I came across your little video, and I understand what you're saying, but watch your mouth and make sure you put some respect on my dog name.
All right, cut off.
I just had to show.
Hey, Matt McChesney or whatever. No, it's just Matt McChesney. I don't know who the whatever is, but it's all good, dog. Look. I'm in the business. This is what we're doing here on 0 to 60. It's a business. Okay. I'm in the business of getting people to react to what I say. Okay. And y'all reacted. So ding, ding, ding. The dinner bell went off again and we roll. Like, I'm not going to change my opinion because it hurts someone's feelings.
Right.
I'm not doing it. You can't like get on Twitter and expect me to be like, oh, you're right. Oh, I called him out and I feel so bad about it. I don't give a Tiffany fuck. It means nothing to me. I didn't care about the response. I didn't even watch it. You know me, Bailey. Do I even read comments? Do I ever read, other than this fucking show, do I ever read comments? No, I don't read comments on social media. I don't read comments on TikTok. I don't read comments on Instagram. I post and move on with my life. So, as a guy who was a total grunt and not a very good player in the NFL, and I'm not saying I was, I also feel that, that there's a lot of first-round draft picks that have been absolute and total fucking busts. Vernon Goldstein was another guy I brought up with the Jets. He was one of the worst football players I've ever seen. And he went number 4 overall. Do I need to put respect on his name because he got $50 million up front to do dick? To do nothing? Nothing. Should I? How many other offensive and defensive linemen have gone in the first round that have been absolute total busts? Not even offensive and defensive linemen. What's the percentage of first-round draft picks that don't even get their pension? I would say it's 50-50, bro.
Yeah.
And then what are the standards? Are there different standards for undrafted guys and first-round draft picks? Let me ask you, Bailey. Do you think there's different standards for Shedeur Sanders going 2nd overall and an undrafted rookie quarterback that they bring in? Do you think there's a different standard of success?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Do you think if the undrafted rookie quarterback makes a roster for 6 years and gets his pension and then gets hurt and can't play, and you think that's pretty successful by him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think if Shedeur, and this is an example, I'm not throwing Shedeur, even Ward, let's say Ward, because I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying. Let's say Cam Ward plays for 6 years as a first round draft pick, and he only plays for 6 years and he switches teams, and he doesn't really start. Is that successful? Or is that just a guy that got his pension and really didn't pan out, and it is what it is? Which one is it?
Option B. Have to be. So, especially he's a top 3 pick or top 5. Yeah.
Look, Steven was a hell of a player at Florida. They had an unbelievable fucking team. They were loaded, Tim Tebow and all those. It was incredible, okay? And I'm not hating on the Gators at all. That was an unbelievable good college football team. But everybody knows the business in the NFL, including this dude. No one's disrespecting Jarvis. I'm talking about facts. Ask any Bronco fan. Any. I live in Denver. I'm from Denver. I was a Bronco fan before I got to the team. Ask Bronco fans. Go ask them if the first round draft pick from Florida defensive end was a good pick. Don't fuck me. Fuck what I think. Pool Bronco fans, because there's tons of them. There's bunches in Florida too, because you guys don't really have any fans of pro football teams. You just got people that show up to games. Just saying, it's college football country in Florida, dog. Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, and Miami hold nothing to Florida, Florida State, and Miami. Come on, let's be real. In Central Florida and everybody else, it's college football territory. So, look, dog, I think that it's okay to defend your boy, but I'm not going to sit here unless you disrespect me to defend him. And if you thought what I said was disrespectful, well, put it in context, okay? I'm sorry I said he was fucking horrible. But I think we're all going to be okay. And I'm sure I'll get another fucking phantom DM. Never got a DM. Wouldn't check. I mean, I checked. I got a lot of DMs, but I didn't get one from him. So again, it wasn't personal. It was just a perspective of two of the guys in the NFL that I thought were first-round draft picks that didn't really pan out when I was playing.
Yeah, and we were talking about Shiloh originally. Like, that was the whole thing. It was in context with Shiloh. So, yeah, I hear you.
If anything, I would expect the undrafted free agent, which is the guy that's coming at me, and he did understand where I was coming from. He just didn't like that I used his friend as an example.
Yeah, that is true.
So go look at your friend's numbers, homie, and then try and justify that with what I said. That's all I'm saying. Because, look, I didn't have any numbers. I played defensive line for a year and a half, and then they moved me to guard. So there's no, like, pancake block number. I don't know.
Exactly. All it needs to be said there, but yeah. Like,
I don't need, like, do you understand how many guys I played with that I don't remember? There's tons.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting how to get a response on that. That was a big thing that came up.